Today we are going to be finding the percent of a quantity. So you're going to be given a percent of a quantity, and we're going to try to find a missing value. So the way that we do this, there are 4 steps. Step 1, you're going to put the percent over 100. Step 2, we're going to set it equal to the percent. Then we're going to multiply diagonally, and then finally step 4, you're going to divide by the remaining number. It's so much easier once you see what it looks like. Okay. So in your assignment today, you are going to be given something that looks like this: a percent of something. Raise your hand if you've ever gone to a movie theater before. Anyone? Hunger Games, right? Yeah. Okay. So if you have gone to a movie theater, we're going to pretend like we are going to a movie theater, and it's a small movie theater. And there are 80 whole seats in this movie theater. Okay. When we get there on our class field trip, when we get there, 20% of the seats are filled. We're going to find out how many seats are filled. Okay, so that's how we're going to do it. So the way that we do this, just watch first. We're going to make 2 fractions and set them equal to each other. Okay, and every single time that we do this, we're actually dealing with 3 numbers. We have 20%, 80, and then there's one more number. Touch your nose if you remember what percent means. It means per something. If you don't know, it's in your math journal under 5.1. Percent means per what? Per what? Look in your math journal. I have people that are like, oh yeah, I totally remember, but what does it mean? Per 100. So my third number that I have to work with is 100. Okay? So the way that we're going to do this is we are going to take 100. Every single time that Mrs. Fox writes this, I always write 100 in the same spot. Just because I know that that's where I can always count on it. So we're going to take 100, and we're going to put it in the bottom left-hand corner. Okay? We're going to put the percent over 100. What's my percent? Is it 20 or is it 80? 80. What is my percent? 20. 20. Thank you. So we're going to put 20% over 100%. Does that make sense? Yep. Okay. So here, I'm going to ask you a question. Colton, I need you looking at the board, not at the candles. Thank you, friend. Okay. I'm going to ask you a question. If there is a movie theater and it has 80 seats in it and 100% of the seats are filled up, how many seats are filled up? If 100% of the seats are filled up and there are 80 seats in the movie theater, how many seats are filled up?
80.
How many?
80.
80, yeah. So we're actually going to take 80 because it's the total and set it equal to 100. If we went to this movie theater with 80 seats and 100% of them were filled up, it would be 80 seats that are filled up. So right now, I took my 3 numbers. I have 20%, 80, and 100, and I filled them in to my boxes, or I filled in places. So I'm going to put my percent over 100 and set it equal to something over my total. Okay, so my word of, that tells me that 80 is going to be on the bottom, and we're ready to solve. Thumbs up if you would be able to set this up right here. If you were to see a percent of a number, and you would know where to put the percent and then the extra number. Okay. So now we're ready to solve. And we've done this once before. We're going to do it again. We're going to first multiply diagonally. Then we're going to divide the remaining numbers. You guys are welcome to write with me as we solve this. Okay. So we're going to find out what 20% of 80 equals. So we're going to multiply diagonally first. So I have 20 times 80, right? I know that I'm just going to, 0 times 0 is going to be 0. I'm going to put my 0 in here to hold my spot. And now I'm ready to start in my 10 spot. 8 times 0 is what?
0. 16.
8 times 0 is what?
0.
0. I like that Chase is with me. I hope I have the rest of my class with me. 8 times 2 is what?
16.
16. Okay. So now I have a new answer. I have 1,600. What do I do with this 1,600? I did step 3. Look at step 4. Whisper to your partner. What do I do with this number right here now?
Divide.
Okay. So I'm going to divide it by my remaining number. And in this case, everyone point to what my remaining number is. I used 20. I used 80. What's my remaining number, everyone?
100.
What is it?
100.
100. Yeah. So I'm going to put 1,600 on the inside of my box and 100 on the outside of my box. And then I'm going to solve. Okay? 100 can go into 1 how many times?
0.
0. Thank you, Osvaldo. 100 can go into 16 how many times?
0.
0. 100 can go into 160 how many times?
1.
1. Chase is with me. Thank you, Chase. 1 times 100 is
100.
160 minus 100 is 60. It is smaller. I'm going to bring down another number. 100 can go into 600 how many times? 6 times. Good. 6 times 100 is 600. We're going to subtract equals 0. So I know that my answer is going to be 16. So the question of what is 20% of 180? Class, what is 20% of 80? 16. If I said 180, I apologize. It's 16. Okay? Thumbs up. If you saw what we did, it makes sense. We're going to do another one. When your math journal matches my math journal, I need pencils up in the air so I know we're ready to move on. My last couple of friends, Colton, are you good? Okay. Okay, so I have another one. I have another example. It's very, very similar. Okay? It's very similar. But today you are also going to get to work with fraction, or with decimals. I apologize. We're going to work with decimals. Okay? But it's the exact same thing. So I have 0.5% of 10. Okay? So we're ready to set these up. And I need some help. Who is going to go in this corner right here? What number am I going to put?
10. 100.
I hear 10 and I hear 100. Tell your partner,
500.
who do I always put in this corner?
100.
100. So I'm always put 100 in this corner. Okay? And then with your partner, decide. I want you guys to look up here, look at the steps. Decide where 0.5 will go and decide where 10 will go. Talk about it with your partner. Go. Chase, do you have a pencil? You may not write in pen. Ever. Okay, who's going above 100? Hi. Good morning. Good after lunch. 0.5. Okay. 0.5 is going over 100. And then I have a 10 here. Is 10 going to go on the top or the bottom? Bottom. Good. And so we're solving for this missing value. Okay. Does the place of your decimal matter? Yes. Yes, the place of your decimal matters. Okay. So let's go ahead and solve this. We're going to multiply diagonally, and then we're going to divide what's left over. So let's go ahead and do that. We have 0.5 times 10. What?
You put a division sign.
We're going to multiply diagonally and then divide my leftover number. Okay. 0.5 times 10. 0. Everything times 0 is going to be 0. Everything times 0 is going to be 0, so 0 is going to hold its spot. 1 times 5 is 5. 1 times 0 is 0. So now I have 50. Is my answer 50?
No.
No. I actually need to move my decimal one place to the what way, the right or the left?
Right.
The what way?
Right.
I'm hearing friends who are saying right and left. Just a reminder for those of you who forgot, when I am multiplying with decimals, I count them. There's one place, and I'm going to move it one place to the left. So my answer here is actually 5, not 50, it's 5, okay? And so am I done right now? Am I done right now, yes or no? No, I did steps 1, 2, and 3. I multiplied diagonally, and now I need to divide with what's left over. So I'm going to put 5 inside my box, 100 outside my box. When I divide with a decimal, I need to make sure that I place it and bring it straight up. Am I going to put my decimal before or after my 5? After. Thank you. It's going to go after, and then I'm going to bring it straight up. Now I'm going to ask myself, how many times can 100 go into 5? 0. How many times can 100 go into 50? 0. How many times can 100 go into 500? 5 whole times. 5 times 100 is 500. Okay. And so my answer here is 0.05. So what is 0.5% of 10? Well, 0.5% of 10 is 0.05. Does it matter where you put your decimal? Yes. Where you put your decimal matters. Just because you look at this number, you cannot, the answer is not 5. The answer is not 0.5, it is 0.05. It matters where you place your decimal, okay? And I have one more that I want you guys to be able to look at when you're working on your assignment, okay? Go ahead and write that down. It is 20% of 16.5. And what I want you to do right now with your partner is set up the whole thing. Decide where your numbers are going. Set it up with your partner right now. Go. That involves talking, not doing it by yourself. Okay, who goes in this spot right here? 20. Who goes underneath 20?
100.
Beautiful. Who goes in this top spot?
Nothing.
Nothing. It's our unknown. And then who goes in our bottom spot?
16.5.
Beautiful. 16.5. Okay. What two numbers am I going to multiply together first? 20 and
16.5.
16.5 and 20. We're going to multiply them together. It doesn't matter the order you put them in. I personally like putting more digits on the top. That's a personal preference. Okay, but you can do it either way. So I know that 0 times anything is going to equal 0. 0 is going to hold my spot, so I'm ready to start here. 2 times 5 is, hello? 10. 2 times 6,
12.
plus 1,
13.
13. 2 times 1,
2.
plus 1,
3.
3. Am I done right now?
No.
Tell your partner what I need to do to come to my answer, what 16.5 times 20 is. Tell your partner what I need to do right now. Okay, I need to move my decimal one place to the what way?
Left.
To the left. Thank you for remembering. So now I have 330. Is my answer 330?
No.
What do I need to do to this 330?
Divide it. You have to add.
I have 330 and I'm going to divide it by what?
100.
Divide it by 100. Thank you. Angela's with me. He knows how to follow directions in his math journal. Okay. So I'm going to put my decimal in, bring it straight up, and now I'm ready to solve. Okay. 100 can go into 3 how many times?
0. 3.
Into 3.
Zero.
If I have 3 jummies, can I make a group of 100?
No.
No. Okay. 100 can go into 33 how many times?
0.
0. 100 can go into 333 how many times?
3 times.
3 times. 3 times 100 is 300. 330 minus 300 is
30.
30. Good. It's smaller. Bring down another 0. 100 can go into 300 how many times?
3 times.
3 times. 3 times 100 is 300. We're going to subtract, it equals 0. It is smaller. So 20% of 16.5 is what?
3.3.
3.3. Okay. Does it matter where you put your decimal? Yes.
It does.
It matters where you put your decimal. You still need to follow decimal rules like we have talked about this year. You can't just randomly forget about decimals. When your math journal matches my math journal, go ahead and put it in the corner of your desk. Get